So as promised, we're gonna plumb this whole house together. If you wanna see how we did the slab, you can go back and watch the video on plumbing a slab, everything I think about on the Rising Tide Plumbing channel. Slab turned out fine. We had everything come up where we wanted it to. And so I wanted to go ahead and take this video quickly because the HVAC guys are gonna be starting tomorrow, as you can see. And I am 98% done with this job, I would say. And so before those guys get in here and start covering everything up, I wanted to make sure we filmed everything that has been roughed in so far. So on the ground floor of this house, you can see we have a bathroom with standard lavatory right there, 36-inch lavatory. Got the rough end there. Got the toilet slab all put in with the toilet stub out right there. There's the main water line coming into the house. Again, if you want to see how that all shook out in the slab, you can look at that. And I've got the drain line coming up for the tile shower. This one is going to use a tile shower system that doesn't require a tile shower drain. That's why I'm going to leave that like that. And the tile guys are going to take that over, put the pan in, and I'll get that inspected. There's the Moen shower valve roughed in, going up to the shower head. So this is that bathroom. Got an air minutes valve box there for the vent for this bathroom. This bathroom is wet vented off of that lavatory right there. So it's all wet vented through that Studer box. And then one of the other things they're asked to do is put a drain in for an outside kitchen sink, which is done right there. A couple of things I've got to do is tie in that one line there that's going over to a hose bib. But these lines here for the outdoor kitchen sink and the hose bibs are going to come over to where the water heater is. And that's going to have its own shut-off valve for all the exterior things in case of freezing. Although it's been super hot here the last couple of days, you wouldn't think it's ever going to freeze around here, but it does every once in a while. But it's been blistering hot. So here's an outdoor shower. Got a Moen shower valve here. And again, that's going to have its own individual shut-offs. One of the things I do have to do is still stud guard and fire caulk everything. So if you see that I don't have that done, I'll just save you the comment. And I know I got to go back and do it. But those lines are actually going to have to be insulated as well as I'm in the garage. They're going back and forth on this one, whether they're going to do a tank water heater or a tankless. Right now I've got it stubbed down out of the ceiling that could go right into a tank water heater. They might be changing that. And then there's a couple of lines there that I'm going to tie in from the outdoor shower. Again, I'm going to put those shut-off valves for the exterior fixtures right there at the water heater. So that is the bathroom and the stuff downstairs. As far as the drain lines go for this, we had two stacks. Again, if you want to go back and watch the slab rough in on this, you can do that. So we have two stacks right here. Let's go to this one first. It's got a 3-inch coming up into a 3-inch 90 into a 3-inch sweep. And this bathroom has two lavatories. So I came off right there with a 3x2 combo into a 2-inch combo, and that 90 or that sweep goes up to one of the lavatories, and then this comes down and Y's over to the drain for the bathtub. It's right there. You got the P-trap on it, and then that goes up for the lavatory right there. You can see it right there. So this is a wet vented bathroom group. Again, I can wet vent here. And this is a bathroom that has two lavatories and a tub in it. And so each one of those lavatories is one fixture unit. So I have one fixture unit on each lavatory, which is two, since there's two there, and there's two on the tub. So that makes that 4 fixture units on that 2-inch wet vent where it ties in right there on that 3x2 combo. And then we come out of the top of that combo and come over and get our toilet. And that toilet is within trap arm distance. But this bathroom is wet vented through the lavatories here. Now on this other stack, there's a lot more going on. Got a stack coming up, 45 offset to get around that truss right there. I had to get a little bit more wood out of the top plate there to make sure I had the fall, because they're using 14-inch trusses here, which doesn't give us a lot of room to get through. So right here, I've got a 3-inch combination that goes over to pick up the bathroom. We'll walk that out first. We've got a 3-inch sweep right there. that comes over and goes into a 3-inch side outlet that goes underneath of that toilet. A lot of places I've heard you can't use those. I can definitely use that here. Again, everything you're seeing right now is going to pass an inspection. If something happens that it doesn't, I'll let you know, but I do it like this all the time where I'm at. So out of that side outlet, come into a 2-inch combination that comes over, gets a shower, can't really see it very good, comes over and it gets a tile shower in the master. And again, in this bathroom, we have 2 vanities and it's wet vented through those vanities. You have one right there, comes up, goes over to the one lavatory, and then out of that combination, it goes over, sweeps over, and goes to that vanity as well. Again, that's 4 fixture units on a 2-inch wet vent, which is perfectly legal here. Everything's got fall, although I did have to, I struggled a little bit getting the fall out of that. It does have good fall, but I had to push those up into the floor just a little bit. Like I said, these 14-inch trusses are a little bit of a pain, but that's that bathroom there. And then coming back to this run, 3-inch run, I've got a 3-inch combination that goes over and turns right up. That goes to the upper floors and brings down a bathroom from the top floor and the kitchen that's up there. I'll walk that through here in just a little bit. And then a 45-degree offset that takes us over to our 3-inch line that goes over for a 3-inch horizontal drain line for the washing machine. And then we have in that laundry area rather, there is a laundry sink right there that comes off on that 3-inch combination, 3x2 combination. As far as the water lines go, the water line comes up, the main water from the street comes in right here, stubbed out for a water softener loop. Most places around here are going to get some kind of filtration system, so I leave a loop there for that. And then come up and run the PEX down this way, stopping for the water heater. But you can see the multi-port T's that I have here going to all the fixtures there as well. And actually, I think it's right there. Yep, right there where I've got some 3/4 lines going up to feed the upper floor. And then this shoots down all the way down in this truss system to that other bathroom we spoke about a second ago as far as the water lines go. And you can see there, I've got the multi-port T's there going and feeding that bathroom. So what I'm gonna do is there's gonna be 3 videos on this. I'm gonna do it a floor at a time. That way we can not overwhelm everybody with these, but this is the ground floor of this, showing you the plumbing, how it went in underneath of the first floor and how it's all drained and has the water supply all done. So in the next video, I'm going to show you everything on the second floor. One other thing, a lot of people will comment on the plastic strap that I use to support the pipes everywhere. And I get it, but this is something I've used for years now. Never had any problem, and I install it such a way that when they're full of water, when it's tested, that it still holds the fall, and it's completely legal to use here. And it's also something that I use because I do live in a coastal community, and the galvanized stuff can tend to rust and corrode over time with all of the beach salt air when it's exposed outside. Of course, everything inside is not going to have that, but when you're in a garage area potentially. But this is just something I've used. So I've had a lot of people comment on it. Some people love it, some people hate it. But if you know how to use it properly and install it in the right way, it works just fine.